Hey guys, what's going on? As you guys know, my name is Corey Sanders. I go by the name of Tall Boy, and we are live again on this Wednesday afternoon. Excuse me, Thursday morning, midnight. So if you're on in Europe or you're in the UK and you're watching, good morning to you. But for the ones, this is the time that we like to test. All right. I'm in a couple of groups. I am in the YouTube the Lab Tech Show page. I'm also on my personal Facebook page, and then I'm also in a group called SAS Tribe a Facebook group page. All right. So the purpose of this is to test out this software called Veercast. And for the ones who are not familiar with Veercast, it's a software that allows you to stream and browser based software that allows you to stream out to multiple destinations. And from my understanding, you can broadcast out to six destinations at one time. Right now, I have the founder, and I also have one of my streaming test buddies. We like to tear stuff up, like they give us equipment and they say, "Hey, try it," and we do, and we ask tough questions. And I'm very bold and blunt when I tell you certain stuff. So we're gonna talk to the Veercast founder. His name is Mr. Matt McCarthy. He's based out of Kentucky, and the name of his company is called Veercast. And if you don't know anything about AppSumo, it's a place that you can get resources to enhance your business, and they offer lifetime deals, LTDs, as we like to call it in the SaaS Tribe community. So for the ones who don't know what's going on, that's what it is. So basically, hopefully you guys are watching on the replay because I don't see anybody watching right now. But without further ado, let me bring in the owner of Veercast Studio, or I think it's Veercast. Let's bring him on stage. His name is Mr. Matt McCarthy. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. You got this product called Veer Studio, and you want me to play with it, test it out, and we kind of got it all set up. But before we do that, we're gonna bring in a guest because he's all the way on the West Coast, so it's still like 9 o'clock his time. So he's still up, but we're like midnight time,
Right.
so most of our people are asleep. So if you're on the West Coast, join in. If you're overseas, join in. But if not, just catch the replay. But we got Mr. James Hicks. How you doing, man? Uh-oh, he's muted. We don't hear him. He's over there touching buttons and look, finger all in the shot. What are we doing, man? How we go?
If you know the song, sing along.
You fired those from a roadcaster there?
I think you're rolling
See,
I think you're rolling in your mouth.
see now he let see
Yeah.
now see he didn't left the room and as soon as I played the little sound effect. So it is what it is. But anyway, back to Veercast. If he comes back into the room, all right, there he is. He didn't want me to dog him out. You know what I'm saying? Get your thumb out the shot, get your hand out the shot, and I'll bring you on in. All right, let's see if we can get him back in. Mr. James Hicks, how you doing, brother?
What's happening? Okay, see that. So Matt, that was not your fault. That was my fault.
I'll
No,
take the blame for it, though.
no, I'm on my mobile phone and I did the hide for um, the bar down at the bottom, right where I got hide, mute, video off. I did hide, and I wasn't able to bring that back. So, shouts out. What's going on, y'all? Okay, we got Veercast going. What we got? We got East Coast. We got California. You guys are on PCs. I'm sorry. I'm the Mac man, but I'm also on my mobile phone. Love the ability to log in and test this software out. I'm seeing some goodness. I'm seeing some opportunities, right, in terms of things that you can definitely add to the platform. But Matt, I think you're onto something here. And we were talking about before we went live. So
So
this is definitely a good version 0.2 for sure.
So before we go into it, because we talk, but we're live and we want people that's watching and we don't want to get them to tap out. Matt, tell people what Veercast and Veercast Studio is.
So Veercast was started based on our sister company, LiveSportscaster.com. So we started doing live high school sports essentially. So live high school sports, anywhere from basketball to football. We've done it for 15 plus years. And my thing, even in high school, was getting video of me in football or basketball was almost impossible back in those days. This is 2000, 2001. I'm going on 40 years old. So my thing for starting this, there was a company called iHigh.com that was the front runner back in the day, and they used just Flash and something terrible back in the day. Shockwave was one of the softwares they used for live streaming, and you had to install third-party software to even view the video, and it was just not good. And video is hard. It's not easy. So what we tried to do was to try to build a platform to where we could showcase these high school students and show what they're doing on a live basis, because these college coaches and scouts are looking for high school talent all the time, and I wanted to be that. Never got to be that, unfortunately. Tall boy did, but I was not as fortunate. But that kind of grew the idea of doing the live streaming platform. We wanted to do something similar, make it easy for people to go live, to stream their games. So we started Live Sportscaster. Veercast ventured off of that. So Veercast became a platform where we wanted to do more than sports. So business meetings, we wanted to do conference calls, things like that. So Veercast branched off of that, and so now we do live streaming RTMP, stream keys. We do video on demand instantly after the stream happens. We do adaptive bitrate streaming. So we do all these things that are encompassed in one platform. One of my biggest things too is podcasting, which became relevant within the last 15 years as well. So we want to build that into the platform. We're trying to encompass all these things into the platform, and this Veer Studio is the most recent thing. Teams has been out for a while. Zoom, all these StreamYard, these platforms have been out for the last few years and gaining popularity. We didn't want to miss out on the boat. We realized we were a little bit late to the live conferencing game, but mainly what we want to do is encompass all of our history, everything we've built, all into one platform. StreamYard is going to be just the WebRTC type streaming. They're going to be production in the cloud. We want to do that, but honestly, at this point, I don't think that I can say that we're a StreamYard at this point. We can do the 10 participants in a stream at one time, but production, they can do it a lot better than we can at this moment. What we're trying to do is trying to build a platform that everybody can enjoy. So if you just want to have a video that you've streamed 10 years ago, you want to upload to a platform, you want to have a channel, you want to embed into your own website, we can do that. You want to have a RTMP stream key that you want to stream to vMix or any of these other platforms, encoders, you can do that. If you want to do what we're doing right now and go live in the cloud, you can do that. So we're trying to build a platform that encompasses everything into one, without doing it too quickly. And I think 15 years is probably, I don't think that's too quickly, but we're working on getting all the features built into the platform and doing it on a pace that makes sense. And again, there's holes in the product. It's a beginning in the studio product, but we're trying to build on that. We want people like you all that are watching to use it, to tell us what's wrong with it, so that we can improve it and build on it. So that's where we're
James, do you have a question for him before I start diving into this a little bit? Because I had some questions for him, because I want to simplify this to where people are like, what is RTMP? Now, most people should know what RTMP is in SaaS Tribe, but if you're watching this replay on YouTube, you may or may not know. But is there anything before I start asking questions that you may want to ask Matt?
Well, I want to not gloss over a couple of statements that he made, right, about the variable bit rate. I mean, that's huge, right, because we talked about going out to some of these other platforms, going out to something like LinkedIn Live, right? That requires only a 1080-30 bit rate. Something like an Amazon Live, if you're doing online selling, that only goes out at 720, right? So being able to accommodate for those different localities within the Veercast platform is a huge thing, and it's something that didn't want to gloss over. I wanted to make sure folks heard it again twice. The fact that, Matt, you were saying that you're incorporating podcasting into your platform as well. Listen, what's old is new again, right? Podcasts, like you said, have been around forever. But the fact that after this session is done, it's automatically going to be downloaded, and we can actually transcribe that. We can actually convert that audio file, upload it eventually, right? When you build those hooks into the platform, but automatically upload that to the iTunes, Spotify's, the and other platforms for podcasting as well. That's pretty critical for, I think, folks to know that that's not just pie in the sky. That's on the roadmap. That's actually written down as something that you and your teams are working on. So I give kudos to that. I think the only thing I think that's missing, that's not available today, that's critical, and I think, again, we talked about this ahead of time, is that unified chat piece, right? Someone like a tall boy, someone like me, and probably a lot of folks that are going to be watching this in the SaaS user group will go live to multiple channels at the same time. So we need to bring in that engagement from YouTube, from Facebook, from Twitch, from wherever, and be able to put that on the screen. That piece has to be there. I think sooner than later. It's not a deal stopper, but again, that right there, because we want that engagement, and you know that I'm talking to the choir here right now. But again, I'm calling what you got version 0.2. I'm logging in from my mobile device on Wi-Fi in the gym right now. I see YouTube clearly. There's no latency or anything from the audio as well, so very clear connection. My experience of logging in from a mobile device was pretty straightforward. I don't know what it looks like from the studio side, but I will be checking out the page on AppSumo and actually downloading Veercast later on this evening. So that's all I wanted to say, man. But Tallboy, it's all you, man. Good job, Matt. Hey, good platform thus far, man.
Hey, I appreciate it. That's definitely on top of our roadmap. I understand how it's important because it's engagement, right? Everything's about engagement and engagement with your audience. And you don't have that piece, and then you're just a broadcasting platform, and you're not going to stand out with the crowd. So that's definitely something we're working on the roadmap, and I think we'll have some exciting things coming here in the near future. So
I love it.
All right, so as you can see right now, I'm hitting different buttons, and I guess it's this is in the layout section, so you can kind of see where you got the pictures on the side. And then if you click the three dots above that person's picture, it makes them the spotlight. So it has some type of switching capabilities, shall we say. This is the Veer Studio. Now, what I want to kind of ask Matt is, because this is Veer Studio, but then you mentioned earlier that you can put this behind a paywall. So for the ones who are not understanding what that means, is you can now play copyrighted music. You can now play videos. You can have your private events or whatever, and it's now broadcasting. And I hope I'm saying this correct, onto your server, and also on Facebook or YouTube. But you can kind of tease people on Facebook or YouTube, LinkedIn, Amazon Live, or whatever softwares, Twitch, Periscope, all of that. You can tease them on there in the stream, if I'm saying this correctly, and then drive everybody back over to Veercast, and then now you can go into it to where you're not getting any copyright claims. I hope I'm saying that the correct way?
yeah, exactly. Because we're our own. We use Mux as our backboard. I don't know if most people know what Mux is, but Mux is an API-based video streaming CDN, essentially. So we built our platform based on them because they're a multi-CDN platform. So let's say that you're using another server and they just use Akamai as their CDN. Let's say Akamai goes down. There's no streaming happening. So
now, hold on, Matt. Now, everybody don't know what Akamai is. Everybody don't understand what servers are. We got to break this down to where they understand. Now, is there a way that I can make myself as equal as you here? Because I'm in the layout section and I'm trying to bring it up to where.
Yeah, if you do the there should be the side-by-side layout.
I see auto, I see gallery, I see crop, the side, picture. and then cinema. That's all I have.
Let me look at it real quick. I'm trying to remember.
So
what
I
it's
need you
called
to
right
break
now.
down servers. Like we got to have a dumbed down section, a tutorial, if that makes sense. So that way people feel comfortable understanding what all this stuff means. So
Yeah, so
I can go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm a nerd, so I'm just used to not using the
It's all right.
terms like that.
I'll
So
break it down for you. I got you.
So just if you're watching a stream, and let's say the stream has to go through a server, and that server were to go down, the person cannot watch the stream.
So that's
What-
like a YouTube, a Facebook, a
Yeah, YouTube
LinkedIn.
or Facebook, these things
Gotcha.
that you stream to. If one of those goes down, it's down. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Mhm.
So what our system does is we say, okay, well, if this system goes down, we can just move over to this system. Are they down? If that one's down, okay, let's move over to this system. And all while the viewer's watching the stream, our server in the back end is searching for these content delivery networks, which again is another term that most people won't understand, but it's a server, and our system will just adjust to the server that is up. And the chances of 3 different content delivery networks or servers being down at one time is just astronomical. I mean, it wouldn't happen unless there was a global wide issue where everything went down. But there has been issues with Amazon AWS going down. In those instances, some of these streaming platforms are just they can't do anything. But our system is built to dynamically switch between these different content delivery networks, so that if there is an issue with one, we can automatically dynamically switch to another, and the viewer won't even notice anything happened. Stream will continue.
So basically, you have it set up to where the stream will continue. It's streaming on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Let's just say those are the 3 primary ones, and your CDN, which is veercast.com. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. And essentially anytime you play music in the background, I would think most professional streamers, in the sense, and not everybody's a professional streamer, so I'm not saying that, but even the basic streamers will have had experiences where if they stream on Facebook, they get flagged for whatever reason, whether it's music playing in the background, whatever it is. So we always recommend having a mainstream, and that's what we're here for, is to be the mainstream. We do simulcast to Facebook and YouTube, and those are definitely good options to break out and gain audience into your live stream or podcast or platform. And so we offer that the option for that reason. But yeah, so essentially, if there's any issues with copyright, we handle that on our end. So there's never going to be a stream pull down for that. Where Facebook may or YouTube may.
I think this is where DJs and people who like to play videos or play music, this has been a headache for a lot of them and myself, where here I am trying to create this content, right? And then all of a sudden you run into this problem. I have a question over here on my personal page that says, how much for the streams? So right now there's a lifetime deal on AppSumo. Is that correct? Or would you rather them go to your website? Which one would you rather?
They can do one or the other. We have a free 14-day trial. They can just log on to the website, register, free 14 days to the entire platform. The only difference is there that we limit to 1 hour of streaming. So you can't go over an hour per stream. You can stream as much as you want. Just the longest the stream can be is 1 hour.
Gotcha.
Or you can do the AppSumo deal. If you tried it out, you like it. $79 gives you lifetime access.
So for $79, I pulled it up on the website here. You get unlimited streaming, unlimited viewers, live DVR, multi-stream up to 5 platforms as YouTube Live, Facebook, Twitch, custom RTMP, or whatever ones that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Instant video on demand of your live stream. Instantly download your stream following the event to where you can, would you say, make it into a podcast right after the stream is over with?
Download the video stream and upload it to YouTube or any other platform, Vimeo, that you use. The download option is there for you after the stream. So even if let's say you just want to subscribe for a month and do a stream and you don't want to continue after that, you download your stream during your month that you subscribed and upload it to another platform and you're good to go.
You got live stream analytics and data, live transcoding, video on a demand available 1 year after the stream. And then they have the Veer Studio, which we're using right now, which is in beta. And then that's a web RTC based streaming to go live from a browser. So similar to like StreamYard, Restream, or Melon,
Yeah,
with basic
exactly.
production tools in the cloud. So, and then that's $79 for a lifetime if you purchase this here on appsumo.com. But you can try the 14-day trial. If you pay the $79, you get 60 days to try it out. If you don't like it, you can always refund it. Quite naturally, Matt does not want you to refund this $79, but I mean, you have that functionality if you go over to AppSumo. Okay.
Yeah, one of our biggest thing too is support too. I'm always here. Like if anybody has questions on how to do things, we have a knowledge base we're building. But the main thing is that if people have questions, we put on AppSumo the email address to contact. You have access to me pretty much whenever I can be there. So I'll answer any questions people have regarding the platform at any point. So
So what I like about this, and I'll be honest. I mean, I think, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to
be
beat you up
honest.
live on stream, but I think, and we spoke about this before we went live. It does look a little clunky as far as it's botched up, and it's like it's not easy on the eye, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So that's something that you're gonna have to work on, because the average person is going to look at this and say, what the hell is this, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
how do I do this? Are there any tutorials or videos that can walk people through how to navigate through the studio or on the back end? Is there a way for them to do that, or is that something in progress, or how
So
does that
we
work?
have, if you go on to to Veercast, basically our Veercast platform, there's a button at the top that says Veercast Knowledge Base. You can click on that. It'll take you to our knowledge base that we do have most of the features built into that with video tutorials. There's some walkthroughs, blog posts, things like that. We're still building that. So there are some things that we're still adding, like this is in beta right now. So we don't have any tutorials on this yet because it's not necessarily really released to the public outside of
Right.
subscribers. So we're still building it, but yes, absolutely. We have a YouTube channel, Veercast YouTube channel you can go to see how to create a clip, how to create a broadcast, how to
How to do it all.
how to do everything that we have on the platforms.
Okay, so basically, Veercast is something totally different from Veer Studio. Veer Studio is just like a subsidiary, or it's a
It's a product of our
it's a product of Veercast. So
Yep.
basically, with you purchasing Veer Studio or Veercast, I hope I'm saying it the right way.
Yeah.
You're getting the platform to be able to live stream and put it behind a paywall. You're getting a platform to say you have your own CDN, your content delivery network, to say, hey, you're here, but then you can also stream to other places. But you're pretty much saying, hey, I have the freedom to play the music, play the videos, have my boxing matches, have my basketball games. I think I even saw scoreboards in here or something
Mhm.
like that under the Veercast network of that veercast.com.
Correct.
What we're using right now is Veercast Studio or Veer Studio, where if you want to do something similar to a Restream, something similar to a Melon, or something similar to Restream or StreamYard, you can do that here. But this is the beta version, so they're in their beginning stages. So that's part of the lifetime deal. You're getting access to it in its early stages, so they're asking that you be patient with them.
Yeah, we think we have the video part figured out. I mean, it's something we've done for a long time, and we have the best people behind us to as far as the video goes. But the features that are trying to keep up with the StreamYard is tough to do. I mean, we don't want to be necessarily considered only a WebRTC streaming StreamYard type product. I mean, we're trying to be all encompassing. We're there for everybody. Whatever your product, whatever you want to do, we want to be there for you. And so that's what we're trying to build in. And these features are to come up. But this is our main focus right now because this is our beta we released 2 weeks ago. So we want to put as much features in this as we can. Everything else we've done in the past is pretty much, I think, ready outside of the clunkiness, like you said, of the interface and stuff. And we'll work on that. It's just when you get to the point to where you're doing multiple things at once, it makes it difficult to make it streamlined for the end user. And we're doing the best we can. We'll continue to try to improve that user interface for people.
Now, can you talk a little bit more about the video on demand after 1 year? Like, I think that was part of the features that came with it. It says VOD available for 1 year after stream. What does that mean?
So what we have is it's basically free archiving for a year for your streams.
So once the stream is over with, it sits in your archive in your database for up to a year for you to be able to go back and pull it. So basically, it does not have to sit on your hard drive. It does not have to sit on your external hard drive. It's on your server for at least a year.
Exactly. And then anytime between that year that you want to download it, you can do that and upload it anywhere else. We give 1 year for the AppSumo subscribers, at least a year for them to be able to do that. So if they got a lifetime deal, but they have a year archive from when the stream starts to when a year from then to download it. And if they want to extend that, we can do that. We can talk about storage terms and stuff like that. But yeah, we give a year.
Okay.
Do that.
Now, I'm also seeing unlimited viewers. So unlimited viewers, if you say that I'm having a boxing match, I'm having a sporting event, so this could be like a high school football team jumping on your studio, on your Veercast, or is this for just the Veer studio? How does that work?
It is unlimited viewers for our platform. So you can, no matter how you go live, you can go unlimited. Again, we can scale from 10 to 10 million. The quality of the stream will not change based on viewership.
So I can host a whole concert here, is what you're saying?
You could, yeah.
So not Veer Studio, what we're on right now, or you're saying I can do it here now and host a whole concert, and then 10 million people can watch the stream.
Yeah, the system will scale to any viewership. That it's robust enough. I'm confident enough in the system that it will support.
Okay.
Any of that.
And then you said that you have pay-per-view. How does the pay-per-view work? Because that's not in Veer Studio. That's on Veercast that you're paying that $79 for. The Veer Studio is just one of the many products that are on Veercast.
See, that's the beauty though, because no matter what stream type that you choose, whether you're just streaming, again, we're talking about RTMP here, whether you're just streaming RTMP on Veercast website, on your own website, using our platform, if you're doing Veer Studio like we are now, it's all encompassed within the paywall. So you can do paywall with whatever stream clip.
As long as you're on Veercast.
As long as you're on Veercast, it can be behind a paywall.
So I could have on my own personal website, Veer Studio as my embed code, HTML code, or whatever that is, put it on the website, say, all right, I'm going to do a interview, or I'm going to do something with Kanye West. I'm going to do something with Shaquille O'Neal. I'm going to, whatever it may be, a concert of your favorite band. I like Van Halen when it comes to rock. That's one of, what is it, Van Halen? Or no, Aerosmith. So Van Halen is my partner's, one of my good friends up in Michigan. That's his favorite band, but I like Aerosmith. Crazy is one of my favorite songs of all time. So basically, if I'm doing an interview with, one of the members of one of those bands, you're telling me that I can put a paywall behind that on my website, but it's running the CDN on Veercast.
Correct. Everything happens on Veercast. We have the ability for you to embed the broadcast on your own website. We also have the ability to have channel playlists. So you have essentially your own channel, almost like a YouTube channel where you have your own videos in one spot, but you can also embed that into your website as well. So if you have more than one video you want to embed on your website, you create a channel on Veercast, and you can also embed that channel with multiple videos on your website. So it's essentially like a HTML code that you're putting on your website. You go to a page, and then all the broadcasts you've done on Veercast will show up dynamically as they happen.
Okay, so you got some good news over here. Nilesh, he is the founder of this group that we're streaming in SAS Tribe. He says hi, and then he says, just about to sleep to me. And then he says, good to see you live. We can chat tomorrow. So he's the one that pretty much hosts his find the founders. And if it's a solid product, he brings them on. And literally, they do a Saturday stream. And Nilesh, if you're still up, let me know what day you do the streams. And then now the whole community starts to come in, and then you can pick their brain. They pick your brain and they ask questions. Right now, everybody's probably asleep. But
Yeah, well, I told you, like I said, that's what
Yeah.
we're here for. We
Yeah.
want people to try this out and give us everything they got. We want to try it out. That's the whole purpose. How can you make a perfect product without having,
So
people
the
test it
other
out and
thing
say,
is, I'm a big vMix guy, right?
Mhm.
And James, the guy that was on earlier, he's a big Ecamm guy. We can literally direct our streams into Veercast, and then now we can put that on our website instead of going to YouTube, is what you're saying?
Right. Yeah, it works just like vMix will work with. We provide you with the RTMP URL and stream key. In vMix, you can stream directly to our platform, and then we provide the embed code to put it wherever you want to put it.
Okay.
We also provide the N3U8 URL.
So now they can go on Roku and Amazon.
Yep. So if you have apps like Roku and Amazon, we have the URL that's provided in the admin that you can just
See, you didn't tell me that, Matt. Matt.
Hey, you'll be able to see it once we're done here. It's right there for you.
Started from the bottom, now my whole team in.
Like, Matt, I didn't know this. Last year, I built out a whole Roku and Amazon Fire channel, and I was struggling to find M3U8 links to be able to do this. Literally struggling.
Yeah. Not only that, but we also provide private signing. So security wise, it's robust. Like because pay-per-view is one of our biggest features that we do. We don't do many streams without pay-per-view, as far as boxing and MMA goes. So security is important. So if we were to go live and, you could do a page source code search and find the M3U8,
M3U8.
without actually having to do anything. If somebody knows what they're doing, they can find it. So what we do is we assign a private key to that stream for every session that's loaded, and it won't mean a lot to everybody, but basically it means that not everybody can grab an M3U8 and just paste it into VLC media player and just play an M3U8. It has to be assigned to that specific session. So security wise, it's really top notch as far as getting where people's not going to be able to steal your pay-per-view streams essentially.
Okay. So Nilesh says, thanks for joining the community. So somehow we got to find a way, Nilesh, to get him into the SAS tribe. I think I can add. I'm not sure if I can or not. He says, good luck with your AppSumo campaign. I hope it goes well.
Appreciate it.
A bit late here. He's in Toronto. And he says he'll check out the stream in the morning. So so hopefully you'll get a call or a Facebook friend message. I think I'll try and connect the two of you guys, and then that way we can get you on with him. And then now you can start to get in front of some of the other ones. I'm just thankful that he said, "Tall boy, go ahead, do you." So it's 12:38 here and AM on our side. And the thing was, I just wanted to be able to at least introduce this AppSumo deal, because he reached out and said, hey, Tall, why you do streams on a weekly basis? Will you play with it? Will you test it? So I think what I might do, I might actually I'm not going to promise, but I got to play with it this weekend, but I might actually try and bring it in. I don't know if I want to do the Beer Studio because the overlay situation, it's like browser based, and I'm not a browser based guy. I want to be able to bring in my overlays. I want to bring in my lower thirds. I want to be able to bring in pictures and videos the way I want to. And I don't think Beer Studio is at that level. But if you do not have live streaming equipment and you don't want to pay for live streaming production, unfortunately, this is an opportunity for you to say, I can own the platform for under $100 and I can run and charge whatever I want to charge. So I think that this is a good opportunity for folks that want to just say, hey, I want to get into the live streaming business. I do think that this is just me, it's kind of scary when you first look at the interface when you purchase it. So don't beat them up and say, what the hell is this? All right. Don't do that. It's beta. I mean, it's in its beginning stages of the studio. So you have to understand that when you're paying for this lifetime deal, you're growing with this company as opposed to they've already become polished and then now you want a lifetime deal. It doesn't work that way. You either grow and do the growing pains with them and give them feedback, or or you just pay the subscription. It's either or. So it's either or. It's tomato.
I couldn't have explained it better myself. So.
So if you're willing to grow with this company for $79, there's a lifetime deal on AppSumo, or you go to their website. He'll give you a 14-day trial with a 1-hour limited stream. And I think right now we've gone about 35 minutes. So once I reach an hour, that's it on your website, correct?
Well, if you're doing this free trial, if you're an AppSumo subscriber, then it's different. Obviously it's unlimited, but start the free trial. If you just want to do that before you do the AppSumo deal, you can do that, and then you're just limited per stream to 1 hour, and it'll cut off.
Oh, so per stream. So for 14 days, I can do a stream.
You could do a stream
at 9 o'clock, then I can do another one at 11 o'clock, but you only just get 1 hour.
Right, correct.
Okay, I got you. I thought it was just 1 hour completely, and that was it. No, okay, so 1 hour.
Yep.
I got you. Okay. So once again, we're using Veer Studio. You can add background images. I think you can see my logo in here. I think you can, well, not logo, but the black background, it should have my logo like kind of in a transparent form, but I'm not sure if it's there or not.
It was on there. I don't see it right now, so I'm not sure if it came off or not.
Yeah, so I see it. So if I try to upload it now, will it come back in, or because we're already broadcasting, it's not going to pop up?
It'll probably refresh, and then you'll have to put your name in and go back in. But that's something, again, one of the entry level.
It says your session has expired. Please log in again. We ain't going to touch nothing. We're live.
Yeah.
So once again, it's in beta. The Veer Studio is in beta, so please bear with it. Don't get mad at them because it's not where it's supposed to be. So no, Nilesh. So he said he's approved your request to join the community, so you should be able to see the comments as well in the group. So
nice.
It's called,
I appreciate it. Thank you all.
It's called SaaS Tribe Discussion Premium SaaS Tools, and basically, if you're into LTDs or lifetime deals, this is the place to be. It's not for everyone, but I'm pretty sure that there's something out there for you if you're in business or you're trying to build something, you're an entrepreneur, there's something that's on AppSumo that you would probably appreciate. And I think the biggest thing is this group here with SaaS Tribe. The cool thing with them is they literally test your product. They buy it, they go through it, they eat it alive, and they basically give their recommendations. So and then Nilesh, he goes through and he picks and chooses who he wants to bring on because he wants authentic people. And I know that about him. I know you personally, as I've done some work with you here in the Atlanta market.
Mm-hmm.
You're a solid guy. I've seen the Veercast product in itself or in its outright self, and I like what I saw. So, I don't think that this is trash. I think that this is something that if you're into the live streaming platform and you're not looking for something, this is not a get rich or, hey, we're going to make this happen overnight. This is one of those products that grow with them, and over a course of 3 to 5 years, and you're patient and you grow with them, I think that you'll be thankful that you invested this $79. I don't want to name any names, but I've tried a lot of live streaming programs and they're pretty much shelfware now. And if anybody wants to get any of those, I reach out to me personally and I'll work out a deal because I don't use them no more. So I think this is something with a paywall, number one. 2, I can play music. 3, I can play videos. But the only catch is you can't do it on YouTube. You have to do it on their platforms, on their CDN, not on there. And then now I just found out that they have M3U8 links. So for people who are doing Roku, Amazon, Apple TV, Google, Google Cast? I forgot what it was, but Google TV, you can now have the capabilities to be able, with the M3U8 links, be able to go live on your respective platforms, on your social media streaming sticks or platforms over there. So streaming platforms, I'm sorry, not social media. So that's pretty much it. I mean, is there anything else that you want people to know why you do this?
No, like you said, the community is important to me because we want people to test it out. We want people to, my feelings do not get hurt. If there's something, that's why I like Tallboy so much. He says it as it is, and he will. But that's the point. I mean, if it was just my eyes looking at it, it wouldn't be a perfect product. And we need people to test it out. We need people to give us suggestions on what we need to do and how to make it better. People, because I've used StreamYard, I've used some of these other browser-based and softwares. And so I've seen a small amount of them, but a lot of people have used other things that I haven't used. And so if they can bring all these ideas together to make it better, that's what I'm here for. I mean, I'm open to any suggestions. I'm open anytime to answer any questions. And I can tell you, we will put whatever you suggest to us on our roadmap. And if there's enough interest in that specific feature, we'll build it in. And we'll listen to everybody that wants to give us important feedback. So
now on the gallery, you can bring in, excuse me, with the Veer Studio, what we're using right now, you can bring up to 10, 11, 20?
Up to 10 people on screen. That includes, like, if you share your screen, that includes, it counts as one participant. So you can share your screen if you want. That'll count as a participant. You can share a certain tab in your browser rather than your whole screen if you want, whatever it is that you want to share. But yeah, up to 10 people on stage at one point.
Okay, so peep this out. This is in Veer Studio. This has nothing to do with vMix or Ecamm. Veer Studio is similar to StreamYard, Melon, and Restream. Similar to that. 10 guests. The only problem is you can't bring in comments. Is that right?
Correct. Comments are on the roadmap, not here yet. But again, lifetime deal.
It'll be there.
It'll be there.
Will the comments be on the roadmap before the end of 2022?
I don't want to say for sure. I mean, I think that it will be, but I don't want to guarantee anything. Those things are just dealing with the APIs of the different platforms. There's always some tricky things going on involved there. And that's more of a conversation we need to have with the platforms and figuring out how we can make it work. I do think it will happen before into 2022. I just don't know 100%. Can't say it for sure yet.
Okay. Well, if you can, get YouTube first, Facebook second, LinkedIn third. And is there anybody else that I forgot? I would probably, this is me honest, I would go to YouTube first, Facebook second, LinkedIn third, Amazon fourth.
I can tell you they're in the works. It's just a matter of,
I
don't have a timeline yet.
How you do it, right? So, I mean, I tell people all the time, you guys don't know me, or the ones who do know me, I'm a straight shooter. I know Facebook is great. Hey, Trevor is joining late. He's from Alabama, and he's checking it out. So as you go back and look at the replay, you'll see what Veercast is all about. He said Veercast was initially as a 1-year deal on AppSumo, and I lost interest immediately. So, I mean, I understand, no knock, but now he has now said that it's now an LTD. And basically, if you did get the 1-year deal, you now have access to the lifetime deal. Is that correct?
Yeah. So anybody that subscribed AppSumo for the 1-year deal would have access to the lifetime deal. No issues. That's part of the deal. We would not exclude anybody from that for sure.
So he asked, is there an LTD now?
It is. It is. If you go on AppSumo now, it is an LTD. Yes.
So it's and so now, Trevor, what you don't know is you're not getting just Veer Studio, you're getting the whole Veercast infrastructure. So you can put a paywall behind your content. You can play copyrighted music. You can play videos. You can cover high school sports or boxing matches, MMA fighting, or whatever. So they're asking, is there just one tier? Is there multiple tiers? How does that work?
So for AppSumo, it's anybody that subscribes to the $79 lifetime deal gets the entire platform. We do have tiers We do have a separate tier for people who just want to subscribe for just the Veer Studio product when it actually releases, because it is still in beta. When it releases, it'll be we don't have pricing set in stone yet, but our normal pricing for our RTMP streaming with all the features that we offer, the entire platform, is $79 a month. AppSumo people are getting it for $79 lifetime deal, and you're getting the Veer Studio product. We're also offering a separate product for the people that just show up to our website and want to sign up for just the web-based streaming. Again, pricing is still to be determined, but it'll be probably around $30 a month or so once we get it perfected and out there. So.
Let me tell you this: for $79 and you're getting it all, you better jump on this while you got a chance. That's the best thing that I can tell you. I mean, why pay $30 a month for a subscription? I'm not taking anything away from him because I know that's how he makes his money. But if you're watching this video, get the LTD. But what I will say is go to the website, do the 14-day trial, see if it's something that you like. Understand that it's going to be a little difficult. And as I mentioned earlier, and I'm a straight shooter, Matt.
Yep, you are.
Be patient. Be patient. Understand that they're building just like, and they want you to give feedback, just like I give feedback. So
yeah,
I'm giving you a heads up. It's not an easy interface. I had to call Matt and say, Matt, I don't understand this. What's going on? And he literally broke it down and said, this is where it is. So it's not like some of the other platforms where it's like, click here, click there. It's not that. So I'm being honest with you, but understand that this is beta 0.1. So once you figure it out and once they start doing their developments, you're going to start to get more familiar with the brand and you start getting more familiar with the interface. And then once you get familiar with it, you'll feel more comfortable with it, if that makes any sense. So this is not to beat them up, but this is, hey, there's a product out here. If you're tired of what does Death Row say? If you want to be all in the videos and you want to be over there and dancing with all the stars, do that. But if you want to come over here to Veercast Records and you want to be with a real team, that's what he's saying. He's saying come rock with Veercast, not with the other one. That's what he's saying. And you're getting all of it, which the other ones only offer web-based. He's giving you the whole studio and the whole platform for one price. Now, if you missed the deal, you're gonna have to pay regular. That's what he's saying.
That's it. And that's why I appreciate y'all inviting me to this group, because it's important. Because again, like we talked about, people need to test it out. People need to tell me what's wrong, what's right before we bring it out into full production. And
they're asking, what is the max video quality?
1080p right now. 1080p, 60 frames per second. You can actually don't tell anybody, but you can do 120 frames per second streaming live if you wanted. I don't know why you would want to, but it's capable of that. But yeah, 1080, 60 FPS.
So there it is. I mean, there's so many more features. Right now, we're testing out the Veer Studio. It's in beta. So this is, if you don't want to use vMix, if you don't want to use Ecamm, you can use their own studio, which is comparable to StreamYard, Melon, and Restream. All right. And I think, well, not OneStream, but it's another one out there. Flutin'. It's comparable to that. That's what we're on right now. But there's another product called Veercast that you can put your streams behind a paywall. And then they have the archiving that lasts for up to a year.
Yep.
And they're asking, do you have RTMP in, and are there any recording capabilities? That's what they're asking.
So we don't pull in RTMP. We just push it out to different platforms and our own platform. So that's not something we have right now. It also is on the roadmap. I'll say that, but it's not something that's on there right now. What was the second part of the question?
Do you have any recording capabilities?
Yeah. So the streams are automatically archived once the stream ends within, a millisecond. I mean, after the stream ends, they're available. You can download it. It's there for you in the back end.
There it is.
Easy enough. Yep.
So Trevor's here, late night sessions in Alabama, and he's giving us his honest thoughts. And Trevor is actually one of the ones that I come come to when it comes to this kind of content.
Mhm.
And when I have problems, I can reach out to him and he'll give me some honest feedback and I'll give him my feedback and then we'll figure it out together. They're asking multicasting. Yes, you can do 6.
Yeah, up to 6. Or I guess it would be 7 if you included Veercast. But yeah, Veercast is the mainstream, and then up to 6 other additional RTM.
So if I'm correct, because I'm not on there now, if you go to veercast.com, if you're watching live right now, this is on your actual network or veercast.com.
Yeah, if you go to the Veercast and then go to the which is cdn.veercast.com is the actual portal page that shows all the live broadcasts. So
that's cdn.veercast.com.
correct. Yeah, and
All right.
as long as you activated the clip, it will show on the front end of the website. And
Let me see if I can find it over here, and then let's see if it's on. I don't know if I try to bring us in on the share the screen, but they want to be able to stream veercast.com. It says log into your account. Is that right? Is that what I'm
if
looking
you
at?
just go to cdn.veercast.com, it should take you to the main portal where all the live videos are.
Okay. And then so this is kind of almost like a television network.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, Boxcast has a similar platform where it's boxcast.tv, where any of the live streams, you can go to their portal and see any of the live streams if the streamers choose to show it on there. So you don't have to show it on our portal. You can hide it from us because most people like the white label type platform where there's no branding. We don't put branding on our player. We don't put branding anywhere unless you choose to put it on our portal. Like if you don't have your own website, if you don't have a place to show your videos, we give that to you. But if you do have that, you can also make a white label where no one knows it's even Veercast. No one knows where it's coming from.
So this is the website right there where I'm sharing my screen, and this is the experience that I'm getting right now in real time. So I'm waving, and then let's see how long it. So it's about what 10-20 seconds.
It's about 10 seconds by the time you convert WebRTC, what we're doing now, to RTMP to show on the end. Yeah, it's about 10 seconds is what you're looking at.
Okay.
Give or
All
take
right.
30 seconds.
So I mean, so that's another cool feature that I didn't even know that you could do that. So you can literally watch. So it's kind of like you going to ESPN. It's kind of like you're going to ABC, going to the Food Network or OWN or whatever platform. They have programming, and Veercast is saying if you go live on their website, it's programming. So what if you have 2 programs going on at the same time? How does that work? You just select the one that you want?
So we have the ability to create channels and playlists within your administration. So you can create separate channels with different playlists within. So you can create, let's say you do 3 different podcasts. You have 3 different shows. You want to create a Tall Boy podcast, your tech podcast, then you have something else that you'd like to talk about. You can create different channels within the platform, and then you can have those separate playlists available within that front end platform that you can browse.
Trevor's coming with the comments, man. He said, are there any pre-recorded options?
So we do have the ability to upload. We don't have simulated live in the aspect of you can't like schedule a broadcast, upload a clip, and then act like it's live. We do have upload clips available. So if you just have something that's pre-recorded you want to upload and it show on the website, then you can do that. Also embed on your third-party website, you can do that. It's not just a live streaming platform. We do offer, similar to YouTube, you just upload your existing video and you want to show it on your own website or our website, you can do that.
And so then he's saying, can he upload a pre-recorded clip and then schedule the stream?
Not yet. A roadmap, again, something else we'll add in. But yeah, right now you can upload it, pre-existing clips, again, like I said, and show it on your own website or ours. But that's something we'll have to work to on the back end to convert to the live streaming port. So that's just
speaking of roadmap, where can people see the roadmap on Veercast? Where can they find that roadmap and see what functionalities that you have or you plan on working on?
So don't have it published as of right now. We're still working on the exact roadmap. We do have most of the ideas on not this available on the front end, but we're going to publish that soon because obviously it's important for most AppSumo people to purchase it. People that know where we're going. It's going to be out soon. I just don't have it available as of yet. But if anybody has any questions on what we're trying to build, I'll be happy to share it with them. But it will be posted on our knowledge base here real soon. So,
Man, I swear Trevor is coming with it right now. He's saying, do you have a monthly bandwidth limit for this deal?
no, everything's unlimited. So,
Now, that right there, no monthly
look,
bandwidth limits. I mean, that right there, you guys don't even know how important. That's the $1 million question. Like, what's the limits? And you're saying that there's no limits?
but people say unlimited all the time, and like Vimeo will say unlimited, but then they'll strike you down for being, streaming too much. It happens. I hear people say it all the time. We don't want to be that. I mean, we understand there's going to be people that we're going to lose money on. Like there's people that stream it and use it, and we're going to lose money. But again, we're kind of like this platform is trying to get our name on the ground as of right now, and we know there's going to be people that are subscribe and use it very little. There's going to be people that subscribe, use it a lot. We've built this platform based on the pricing structure that I think works for this type of streaming, and it's just a matter of getting people to use it and like it, and I think we'll grow where we're at. So,
where's Veercast servers located?
So Veercast is built on the Mux API. So we talked about this a little bit earlier in the stream. So Mux is the actual platform that handles the streaming, and so that's all done through API through our website. It's custom development. You can't just go to Mux and stream live from Mux's website. It has to be built into a platform, which is what we've done. But yeah, again, we talked about it before. Just in layman's terms, it's essentially servers. It uses AWS, it uses Akamai, some of these bigger people that all these streaming servers use. And then we do multi-CDN, so that if one CDN were to go down, it automatically the stream will transfer to the other. So it's built for scale. And as far as like, we don't host our own servers. It wouldn't be advantageous for us to do that. It's just too cost
effective.
There are companies out there that can handle all that, and we leave it to them.
Shout out to Sammy Superstar and Dr. Elo. They're over on YouTube and they're hanging out with us. And believe it or not, I'm surprised that they're here. Now, I'm looking at my YouTube studio and it's saying, warning, the stream's current bit rate is 1326.10 kilobits per second, is lower than the recommended bit rate. We recommend that you use a stream bit rate of 4,500 kilobits per second. So is that something that I can do prior to going into the stream, or is that just something that
it happens dynamically on the server side? Like it's something we could probably build it in to where you can choose, but it's not something anybody other WebRTC platform offers to be able to choose your bandwidth when you're streaming from your browser. But it's something we look at, and I'll look at the data afterwards to see why they may be saying that.
okay.
The server's supposed to pick the best bit rate based on your internet and where you're at. And I haven't seen issues on my end the stream, but if anybody else has, just let me know and we'll look at the data. So
Trevor says location Kentucky, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're based out of Kentucky. Yeah.
So if you guys have any more questions, I'm trying to keep this right at an hour. We're about 58 minutes, so we got about 2 more minutes left. Website, email address. Anybody want to reach out to you on Facebook or any other platform? Where can they find you at?
So Matt M-A-T-T-M at Veercast.com is my email address. You can also contact support@Veercast.com for any support related questions. We get back to you pretty quickly. We do have a Veercast discussion group that's on Facebook, and I can share that with Tallboy. But it's a Facebook group that anybody has any questions regarding the platform, they can go on there to ask any questions and see any of the new feature releases. That's the first place we post any beta releases. Anything we put new out there, it goes on there. We also have a Facebook page, Veercast Facebook page, that shows all the official announcements for our features. But if you want to have inside information on what we're coming up with, the beta releases, all the products we're coming up with, that's the first place to go, is to the group within Facebook. It's the Veercast live streaming platform discussion forum. So if you want to join there, I'll accept any invites there, because again, we're looking for people that can give us information, give us all the, as Tallboy says, is just give it to us, because we want to hear it. We want to know how we can make things better.